Today's pledge will be by Luke Dowen, Blake Williams, Jessica Skoma, and Kira Hahn. Their homeschool is Classical Conversations in Firestone, Colorado.
Will you join us in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Randall, please call the roll.
Representatives Arndt, Becker J, excused, Becker K, Beckman, Representative Beckman, Benavidez, Bridges, Buck, excused, Buckner, Carver, Catlin, Coleman, Covarrubias, Danielson, Representative Danielson.
Excused.
She's here.
Representative Danielson is present.
Escar, Everett, excused.
Excused.
Exum, Foote, Garnett, Janal, Gray, Hamner, Representative Hamner,
Excused.
Hanson, Herod, Hooten, Representative Hooten, Humphrey, Jackson, Kennedy, Kraft Tharp, Landgraf, Representative Landgraf. Yeah, you got her. Lawrence, Representative Lawrence. Oh, she's excused. Lebsock.
You have to say excused.
Okay. Lee. Leonard. Lewis. Liston. Lontine. Lundeen. McKean. McLaughlin. Melton. Michelson Janae. Mitch Bush. Navarro. Excused. Neville. Nordberg. Pabon. Pedersen. Representative Pedersen.
Excused.
Rankin.
Did you get my text? I did. I told you.
Representative Rankin. See him. What does he need to say?
No, he's got it.
Representative Rankin.
Excused.
Excuse him.
Ransom. Rosenthal. Sane. Salazar. Sias. Singer. Thurlow. Valdez.
Present.
Van Winkle. Weissman. Williams. Wilson. Morning. Winter. Wist. Young. Madam Speaker.
Wait. Everett came down.
Everett Smart.
I'm here.
No, you're already marked.
Morning.
Did you get back your check?
Yes.
Thank you.
One day. One day.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Randall. With 62 present and 3 excused, we do have a quorum. Representative Bridges.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I move that the reading of the Journal of Wednesday, January 18th, 2017 be dispensed with and approved as corrected by the Chief Clerk.
The motion is that the journal be dispensed with and approved by the chief clerk. All of those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed say no. Motion passes.
Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Announcements and introductions. Any announcements and introductions? Representative Mitch Bush.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Good morning, colleagues, but especially colleagues on the Transportation and Energy Committee. Just a reminder to bring these 2 documents that were put on your desk last week to our meeting this morning in room 271. 271, not our basement hearing room, but 271, where we'll be meeting as the Joint Transportation Committee with the Senate as well. Thank you.
Patrick Neville, if he's okay with that, though. That'd be great. Representative Hanson. Representative Kennedy.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I suspect there may be some confusion over the multiple Chris's in this caucus over the course of the year. We had some members of the Jeffco School Board here this morning and some of our senior staff, and I want to recognize Jeffco School Board member Susan Harmon and our CFO Kathleen Askelson.
Thank you for being here and welcome to the Capitol. Representative Arndt and Representative Wilson.
Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Members. Thank you, Madam
Members,
Speaker.
I'm going to get everybody's attention. Members, we have announcements and introductions in the well. If you do have conversations, please keep them quiet or take them off to the side. With that, Representative Wilson.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Colleagues, you have a handout at your desk. We have a problem. The National Stock Show sneaked up on us early this year. The Senate has already raised funding. And last year, we blew them away. Every member in this chamber last year contributed to this. To give you an idea of how many dollars is needed, last year we spent $10,000 for that steer. The legislature raised about $7 grand of that. So, you all are jumping in to do this. You're going to confuse this process here. Here's the deal.
I'll take notes.
Representative Art and I today are the only 2 with snap shirts on. I just thought I'd point that out in the chamber today.
Snappy.
Representative Art is going to take care of this side, which would be these dollars. And I'm going to take care of this side. We have 1 day to do it.
Nice.
Now, I appreciate these single bills, folks, but if you do the math, if we're going to raise $6,500, that's $100 apiece.
Hello.
So if you will take your dollars and combine that with other members, you'll get $100 increments. We'll take those in $100 increments. My check's in here already. We've got 1 day to do it. Take this with you so you can bring your checkbooks. It's a donation. So take this with you and bring it.
He's taking money back. Thank you.
Got it?
Yep. It's for the
All right.
It's for the scholarship fund, really.
And if I might also add, on the picture, the little guy standing beside Senator Donovan is the guy who we bought his steer. We always buy a Colorado steer to support our Colorado kids at the National Western Junior Livestock Sale. So loosen up your checkbooks and your wallets. Let's do this.
It's not for the steer, it's for the children. Don't forget that.
Representative Becker.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. And members, the stock show has definitely snuck up on us, and we don't want the Senate to outraise us on this. So what I'm going to do is I'll put $200 towards this if somebody from the Senate will match me.
Wow, that was quite the challenge. Representative Everett and Representative Melton.
All right, she recognized me?
Yes, I did recognize you, Representative
Okay,
Everett.
sorry, Madam Speaker. It's a pleasure serving with you.
I wish I could say the same.
I did do a lot of research in my rule book last night, so we'll have this conversation later, Madam Speaker. So tomorrow is Bow Tie Friday. So for those of you that didn't know what a bow tie was last week, it looks a little like this. Like this. So we did see some of the freshmen, I think, 2, 3 freshmen? No, it's not too bad. Which means the freshmen are showing up the senior members. So tomorrow, Bow Tie Friday. Also, you can wear
bolos,
and
scarves, or you can bring a baby.
Or bring a baby. Baby Friday. Everybody wins. Thanks.
Thank you for the announcement, I think. Representative McLaughlin. Yep.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. It's a pleasure serving.
It's a pleasure to serve with you.
I am, with permission of my Madam Majority Leader, I am taking off February 3rd, Friday, February 3rd. Thank you.
That absence will be excused. Representative Sayas.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Having obtained the requisite approvals, I would request your permission to be absent tomorrow, January 21st.
Absence will be excused. Representative Becker.
Thank you, Madam Chair. And being the first time up at the mic of the session, I already screwed up. With the $200, I would challenge somebody from the other side of the aisle in the House to match the $200 donation from myself. Thank you.
I like the challenge when it was going towards the Senate. Representative Sain.
Thank you, Madam Speaker and members. I'd like to introduce some students from my district and your district. Classical Conversations. It's a Christian classical homeschooling curriculum that is worldwide and growing. You'll see these students over here off to the right and up in the gallery, so please give them a hand today as they watch the proceedings.
Representative Jackson.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Good morning, everybody. I believe that the folks from the Colorado Coalition Against Sexual Assault and the Colorado Coalition Against Domestic Violence are here today to be acknowledged. Are we up there? Well, today is, I see somebody in the corner. They are here for their annual LEAD or their Legislative Education and Advocacy Day to talk to all of you about the needs of survivors throughout Colorado and how all of our work impacts them. They come to your office. I ask that you say hello. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, Representative Jackson. Any further questions or comments, announcements, or introductions? Any further announcements or introductions?
All right, seeing none, the first order of business is going to be consideration of resolutions. This is my resolution, so the Speaker Pro Tem will take the helm.
Mr. Randall, please read the title of SJR 17-006.
Senate Joint Resolution 6 by Senator Grantham, also Representative Duran, concerning the appointment of members of the Colorado Commission on Uniform State Laws.
Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Madam Speaker Pro Tem. I move for the adoption of SJR 006 members. This makes appointment to the Colorado Commission on Uniform State Laws. We had most of the members continuing to stay there and also are adding Representative Cole Wist.
The motion is for the adoption of SJR 006. Is there further discussion? Seeing none, the question before us is the adoption of SJR 006. All those in favor say aye. All those opposed say no. The ayes have it. SJR 006 is adopted. Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Madam Speaker Pro Tem. I move that the morning roll call be listed as co-sponsors.
Seeing no objection, the current roll call will be added as co-sponsors.
Thank you, Madam Speaker Pro Tem. That is all we have to do today, so I'm going to open it back up again for announcements and introductions. Are there any further announcements or introductions? Maybe in just a minute, we will have one. Representative Rosenthal.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. So members of the Local Government Committee, we're not meeting today, but we will have some bills later next week. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Representative Landgraf.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I'm going to go ahead without Representative Lee because I didn't give him a heads up. Just a reminder that the Veterans Caucus is January 23rd. That is Monday from 12 to 1 o'clock. 12 to 1300 hours. It is the National Guard's birthday. They will be here earlier at the Supreme Court. They're bringing a cake, so you might want to go there, but it's important that you come to this caucus to hear about the National Guard, and I call them the military's stepchild because of the way they're treated. So please be there, and RSVP to Jerry Wheeler, because lunch will be provided. So it's on your desk. The email is on your desk. Please get in your RSVP.
Great. Representative Singer.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Members of the Public Health Insurance Committee, as well as, or Public Health and Human Services, and the Health Insurance and Environment Committees, we are meeting today. 1:30, room 271, Joint Health and Human Services meeting today at 1:30 in room 271. If you cannot make it, this is not our usual meeting time. Please notify me or Representative Janal. Also, Public Health and Human Services will not be meeting on Friday, but we will see you next Tuesday.
Great. Representative Wilson and Majority Leader Becker.
Members, listen up. You're going to like this announcement.
Majority Leader Becker has given me permission to tell you that if you want to wear jeans tomorrow, $10 goes towards the stock show. You can wear jeans tomorrow to the chamber, and that $10 will go towards the stock show. And also, I just thought I'd point out, Representative Arndt, we've already raised $425 from this side of the aisle, just saying.
Wow. So does that include a jean dress? Is a jean dress acceptable?
Yes, Madam Speaker.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, Majority Leader Becker. Representative Foote.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. State Affairs announcement. We are having State Affairs today upon adjournment starting at 9:45 in LSBA, and Representative Arndt will have the distinct privilege and honor of presenting the first bill to State Affairs this year, House Bill 17-1005. So 9:45 in LSBA.
Great. Representative Kraft-Tharp, good morning.
Good morning, Madam Speaker.
Hello.
Members, just to let you know, the Business Affairs and Labor Committee is not meeting today. You have the afternoon to be able to fully experience the joy of being back at the state legislature. We'll be jumping in and starting in on Tuesday with our first bill. Have a good weekend.
Any further announcements or introductions? Representative Rosenthal, round two.
Round two. Thank you, Madam Speaker. So members, as you may know, there's the Aerospace and Defense Caucus that co-sponsored by Representative Nordberg, so it's bipartisan. And so we're having our luncheon next Monday, which I understand there are other lunches as well. But in case you want to learn more about the aerospace industry, the role it has in Colorado, the jobs and different companies that work in that area. So it's in the conference room on the 6th floor across the street, 1525 Grant Street, at noon on Monday. So hopefully, and if you want to RSVP, please let me or Representative Nordberg know, and we'll make sure that there's a lunch there for you. Thank you.
Representative Lebsack.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. And members, we've got a caucus today that's a really good caucus. It's actually the largest caucus under the dome right now. It's called the Claw Caucus, and we talk about animal welfare issues, free lunch for legislators, and we'll talk about some of the bills that are going to be introduced having to do with animal welfare.
Great. Any further announcements or introductions?
It's actually in the basement. I forgot where it was.
Representative Lebsack?
Thank you, Madam Speaker. It's actually in the basement, I believe. But ask the sergeants, and we'll find it. Next time, Janal will do this.
Majority Leader Becker.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I move that the House stand in recess until 1:30 later today. Members, you do not have to come back at 1:30. That's just for reading things across the desk.
Great. Thank you, Majority Leader Becker. Seeing no objection, the House will stand in recess until 1:30 p.m. later today.